Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a trying new makeup of all the products that I picked up in my Sephora sale haul. I wanted to get this up earlier, but I have been sick. So my apologies that I only had one video this week. I'm still kind of getting over it, but I feel like I'm good enough to film now. So we're gonna dive right in. I've been so eager to use this stuff. And I also picked up another product that you guys wouldn't have seen in the haul because it was in my second order that I placed. I did get more stuff. So this was in the second order. It is the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. So we're gonna be doing a look with that today on the eyes. The color story of this is stunning. Before I even get started, let me just show you this before I dive in. Show you the untouched beauty of this. It is such a beautiful color story. I love this. As soon as I saw this come out, I knew I wanted this over the Xenon palette from Natasha Denona. So I'm very excited to use that. But we do have to do brows in this video because I did pick up a brow product during the sale, and it is the LYS Brow Gel. It looks like this, super cute packaging, and I wanted to show you this, how I apply it on the brows. And I have actually used this a few times already, so I do have some thoughts. So this, very thin. I love that there's no residue left behind. However, if you like more of a hold to your brows, I don't feel like this is a very strong hold. I wouldn't say this is a light hold either, like some other brow products on the market. However, it's not as strong as I'm used to, so I personally wouldn't repurchase this. I still like my Rare Beauty one more, my Benefit one more, but maybe if those are too strong of a hold for you, this is a good in between. Personal preference, for me, I just would like it to lock on a little bit more, but we're gonna start off there. Now that the brow hairs are laid down, I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows. And I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in 3.5. Starting off with the eyes, because I do not know where I'm going with this palette. I have no idea what we're doing today. I think the outer packaging is so cool. I love it. And it's even more beautiful in person. So pretty. I still have some Rephr and Sigma eye brushes that I haven't used for trying new makeup yet from the last video that I just figured I'd include for this one, even though I didn't pick them up during the Sephora sale, but I am gonna try and use some new brushes. Using a Rephr 01 Max. I'm gonna start off with the shade Liberty, I think, right here. I'm gonna try and use as much as I can with this palette. I'm gonna start light, and then I'm assuming we'll probably go pretty smoky and dark with this look. I feel like I haven't worn makeup in forever, so going from nothing to this dramatic of makeup, I'm just gonna be like, whoa. Who is this? Whenever you're sick, the first time you apply makeup, that is me today. I love how quickly this color was able to build up. I was worried it was gonna be maybe a little too light for my crease color. However, it is translating a little bit deeper on the skin, which I really like. So we're gonna start there for the crease, and then kind of want to use the purple tones to smoke out my lower lash line. I'm going to use Hope in my outer corner just to start to create the depth before I go in with my lid shade. And then we're probably still going to work on this section because I really like a smoky outer corner after we do the lid, just to see where we're at. I'm keeping the shape fairly angular. Kind of want a sharp look today. Basically want to create my version of Pretty Grunge. And I love how everything's blending in together. I really love Huda Beauty eyeshadow formula. The mattes are just one of the easiest for me to use. Something about the matte formula, it's like perfectly pressed. This color right here, is it Rebel? Rebel? It's not Rebel. This looks chunky, but it looks so cool. I love the tone of Maverick though. So I think I'm gonna start off with Maverick on the lid because we can always go darker. This is very creamy, very pigmented. Wow, it's like a foiled finish. That's one of my favorite lid shades I've used in recent times. It is so pigmented. So once the lid shade is down, just gonna go back and touch up that smoky outer corner. Make sure everything's connected. I have nothing additional on my brush. Just making sure it's blended. Going back with Liberty, I just am gonna blend everything out at a little bit more depth. Just think we can go a little bit smokier, a little bit deeper. Taking the shade Renegade and a flat brush, we're gonna make it even darker along the lash line and then blend it up through the crease. Just following that shape, just making it closer to the lash line. That's exactly what I was looking for. It's a really nice color. So far, I'm really impressed with the pigment and blend of everything. It's just so pretty. I love the color combinations of everything in here. I do want to use those purpley shades on my lower lash line just to make it a little bit different. Cleaning up the fallout because there was some. It's mostly that Maverick shade. The mattes honestly were a perfect press for me. I didn't notice any fallout, even with the darker shade. To keep with the eye shape, I do want to make sure my lashes are heavy on the outer corner. So I'm going to use some half lashes. And this I didn't get at the Sephora sale, but I did get this on Amazon. I need a new eyelash curler. I kept hearing everyone talk about the Tweezerman one. So pick this up. It comes with 3 extra of those rubber stopper things, which is amazing for the price. This wasn't even the most expensive Tweezerman one. And I saw this and I can't press the 2 ends together, so I think this is gonna be really good. Has some good strength to it. So hopefully all my lashes can fit in here. I do prefer wider ones, but oh yeah. I feel like this is gonna really work for my eyes. It's like night and day having a new lash curler. I swear I've been using a lash curler that hasn't been curling my eyes. This is noticeably different. Okay, note to self, remember to replace eyelash curler. This is a love, I can already tell you. I'm so happy with that purchase. Not from Sephora sale. Just randomly want to throw in. And I didn't get a new mascara this Sephora sale. I wanted to pick up the YSL Lash Clash in brown, but it was sold out, so I didn't get it. So just gonna coat my lashes with my Rare Beauty mascara. I feel like this makeup would be perfect for New Year's Eve or any sort of party you have. Like just this palette in general just screams New Year's Eve for me, party makeup. It's good timing for that. So now for lashes, I'm gonna pop on my faux mink from Ardell. They're the 858. I have a half set already cut and I cannot get enough of these lashes, so we're gonna use them today. When I find a favorite, you guys, like, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my favorites. We still have more work to do on the eyes. I definitely want to add the purple and just play around with more of the colors to complete the look. Maybe do something in my inner corner too. Now we're going to move on to complexion, which I've wanted to try this forever. I couldn't wait for the video. I've been playing around with this because I want to give you a little bit of my thoughts. So I did pick up the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation and I got the shade 3WO. You guys convinced me to go olive. And I feel like it works really well with the concealer because I think that I went a little too dark with the foundation. So I think 2WO is so good. I just feel like this oxidizes slightly and I have to be really tan to use it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like today. I can definitely make it work and I don't think I'm going to be returning it because I do have the 2WO concealer and both them together just work out. But I just wanted to let you know if we're foundation twins, I would personally probably go a step lighter than this, honestly. This is what the consistency looks like. It's not too runny. It's not thick by any means, and it gives decent coverage. So my skin is already prepped. And this is just one light layer. I'm gonna show you. You can see this tone on me for this shade anyways. When I initially apply it, it has more of those yellow tones. I feel like when it oxidizes, it is a little bit closer of a match, but the initial application on me at least is a little too yellow, I feel. I'm just gonna show you one light layer, and this is heavily fragranced. If you're not familiar with Dior foundations, I haven't used Dior since they reformulated these, but I remember loving the foundation. So you can see really decent coverage. All the redness there covers that up. Tonally for me, I don't think I got the perfect shade. I still think I can make it work with the concealer especially. And I've been using the foundation and the concealer. And I do like the foundation, but I think I like the concealer more than the foundation. So let me know if you've tried these both, what your preference is. The foundation is beautiful. I just feel for olive that this is more yellow than I'm used to. I'm just used to less yellow tone olive foundations, I guess. That's one layer all over the face. Beautiful natural finish. I love the finish of this. So now I'm just going to build it up Show you what it looks like built up. So 3WO kind of threw me off because usually I pick up light medium and this says light to medium skin with warm olive undertones. I just don't see how this is a light foundation or could work because this is definitely my tan foundation. And even so, the undertone isn't perfect for me. You can tell like just more yellow than I typically go. It is a warm olive, like they're not lying there. I know other people were having trouble finding their shade. I didn't get it perfect my first go, but I do think the olive undertone in the 2WO for the concealer is more neutral. Like it just looks more like my undertone in this shade right here. It's just not as warm or yellow. I don't know how to describe it, but I hope you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. How this is definitely just more yellow of an olive than the 2WO. So I really, really love this color for the concealer. So I'm going to show you that now. But I was wearing this foundation and I never get stopped. I was at school picking up my kids and one of the dads told me that they liked my tan. I'm like, okay. It's the Dior foundation. I got the wrong shade. But I didn't say that. Not like he'd care. This I can see like the green tone in it. It's such a good color. And I'm just going to blend that out. But I hope you can see what I mean. Like this, it's like spot on. So maybe I should try 2WO. Maybe in the foundation it would be a better match. Let me know. I just feel like this does oxidize even darker. And I definitely would say this is more tan than light to medium skin tone. I have a lot to say about it, basically. So I'm glad I was able to try it out before I filmed this video. How beautiful does that look? Typically I use a brush too. I don't know why I'm using the sponge. Now I need to decide where this falls in my concealer ranking because I love the concealer. It is gorgeous. So, so pretty. Making sure everything's blended in. One of the days I also use the concealer all over my face because a little actually goes a long way with it. And this is a fairly decent size concealer and I love how that looked too. So highly recommend the concealer. Still in testing phases of the foundation. For the couple times that I have used it, it didn't wear as long as I would like. I noticed that it started coming off a bit. I don't know if it's because it is so hydrating, skin glow. And I think it does claim to be long wearing. It says long wearing. Maybe because it was a little too hydrating for my skin or my base underneath. I need to play around, but I will update you when I do my Sephora haul update. Officially my thoughts on this, but the couple times I was wearing it could just be my skincare that was affecting the wear of it, but I felt like it wasn't wearing the best on my skin. Before we set the face, and I do want to use this in another video as well with my perfect match for a foundation. I did pick this up again. The first time I used it, I didn't care for it, but I re-picked this up. It is from Makeup by Cheryl, and it's their Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I have used this. You can see I have used this since. I did like it the time that I used it. I think at the time when I did pick this up, I was just super tan, so I had the wrong color. I love how warm this is, and I'm using my blush brush from Patrick Ta actually to apply this because I'm going to use the other end for the blush today, but I wanted to use this end for this cream and just show you the color. It is nice and warm. I think it works well for especially warm complexion like this. I love how this works into more radiant foundations, glowy foundations, like how that blends into that kind of formula. It just looks like such a seamless bronze application while maintaining hydration and that look of really hydrated skin. So again, at the time, I personally had the wrong shade because I do not mind it now. And it is a very natural looking bronze. I don't think you can screw this up. But this color specifically is really warm because when you go to medium dark, I find it more cool. So you have to like a warmer bronze with this color. Now that we have lightly bronzed up the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and set everything in place. I wanna maintain that glow, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. They sent me a package and I've been using my deluxe samples of this. So now I have a brand new one of a big guy to use. So I'm gonna use this and then just dump my samples into this because I love the packaging of this. They designed this so that you'd get the perfect amount of powder because it has this section right here that goes on top of those holes so that when you tap it, I forget how many times they say. Let's do 7 for luck. You get the perfect amount that comes out to set your face with. So I really love that aspect of it. I've gone through a whole one of these in the past. I just never purchased because I had all those deluxe samples. So I'm going to go ahead, set my eyes, and then I'm going to use the veil brush to just dust over the rest of my face. And then my dear friend, Steph Babs Beauty, she is my enabler. She convinces me to get anything. She just tells me she loves it, and then it's a need for me. So I was watching her recommendations, and she recommended the Givenchy Prism Libre blushes, and she said her favorite one was the coral one. So that's the one I picked up. Love the packaging, but I initially passed on these because I'm like, I don't need another blush, which I don't. I truly do not. However, these are unique. I don't have anything like these because this has a 4-quadrant where you have these different shades of coral in here. And we're just going to swirl them together with my new blush brush. Going to use the other end. This looks so pretty on Steph. And I also have used this off camera. I couldn't wait. I couldn't do my eyes because I was sick, but I could put some stuff on my skin just because my eyes have been getting so affected when I'm sick lately. I don't know why. Like, I always get colds in my eyes. I have been trying the complexion stuff, and this has a really pretty glow to it. I do find a loose blush, at least for me, a little bit tricky to apply. I feel like I can get a more consistent application with a pressed. It's just me having to get used to using a loose blush because it's not something, especially one with 4 colors, that's easier to mess up and go patchy. So you got to really be sure you mix that all in. The color is lovely though. Kind of ties in that crease color we did. I love the combination of it. If you're looking for a glowy coral blush, I think this is super flattering. We're gonna load it up in honor of Babs. And if you are curious about this blush brush, I really like it. I know I use this for cream bronzer, but you could use that for blush too. I just didn't have a cream blush to use today. But that is the color. I am loving the color, and it does have a little bit of a glow to it, which is super pretty. And it does come with a puff. I don't use it, I just kind of keep it in there so that all the powder doesn't go into the lid. I'm really happy with this. I also got the shade Rosewood from Dior, which I also have been using, and I've been enjoying that one too, but I just could only use one blush for this video. And then let's actually finish off the eyes before I go on to the lips. I wanted to do purple, or some of the more purpley tones. For my lower lash line, I think I'm gonna use Fearless or Nirvana. Which one? Let's swatch. Fearless and Nirvana. I think I'm gonna actually go with Nirvana. It's more of a reddish purple than like the gray. I might do both. We'll see. I'm just gonna take this shadow brush on my dual-ended Sigma one from the Beauty and the Beast collection. What one did I say I was gonna use again? Nirvana? We're going in with Nirvana. I forget what I was saying. So we're just gonna run that underneath the eye. If you have any green in your eyes, this palette, I'm just feeling like my eyes are just popping. I don't know, like every part of my eye, the white, the green, like it's just an entire popping of my eye. Maybe it's because my eyes have been so red this past week. I'm just not used to them actually not being sick looking. I'm so happy I went with that color. I just want to blend it out a little bit more, but we are going fairly smoky on the lower lash line. I don't normally put this much, but we're doing it today. Then I didn't get this from Sephora, but I wanted to try it because it looks like it'd be really good for my lower lashes. It's from Annabelle, and this is a brand you can get in Canada. I'm not sure if Annabelle is in the States. I think I used this a long time ago. I don't think this is new. This is the Sky Limit mascara. It has this super thin wand to it, and I've been meaning to pick up a new lower lash mascara. I've been out of my Rimmel Lash Accelerator for so long, and I just feel like my lower lashes just have not been looking good. So we're gonna try this today, and hopefully it's a nice lower lash mascara. It's new, so it's very wet. So I might revisit this in a couple weeks. Dry out a little bit first, because it is quite wet, but it's doing the job, making my lashes really long. So if you do as I do, and you get mascara on your skin, wait for it to dry first. I was doing my friend's makeup for Halloween and they were amazed by how I told them just to take a clean spoolie, wait for it to dry and flick it off. So if you didn't already know, wait for your mascara to dry, take one of these clean spoolies and just flake it off and it will come off no problems. While that's drying on my face, I got this from Too Faced and PR and I thought it would complete the look really nicely. It is the Killer Liner and this is a beautiful purple shade. So thought this will also help bring out the colors and tones we're using today. For the inner corner, I'm going to take a little of this Heroin shade and then I'm going to put that Rebel shade on the inner corner because it has this really cool purple reflect to it. It has like everything in it. It looks like a galaxy. It is so pretty. So we're going to take that just a little bit once I mattify that area. I just want to put a little bit of a base down first. It's going to brighten it up slightly. It's not a white though, so it's not going to be overly bright. Still bright compared to my skin tone right now. Just going to pack that on both inner corners. And then I'm going to take a little bit on this brush. I do feel like this shade particularly would be better with a finger. But because I just want such a light amount, the finger would just pick up too much. So that's why I'm just going to use a brush to lightly press this over that shade for just a little bit of sparkle in the inner corner. And just for fun, I'm going to pop this just a little bit on the center of my lid. I'm just having too much fun right now. I'm just adding everything. So those are the eyes done. I feel like that's a pretty good, pretty grunge look because it's pretty and it's grungy. I like it all. It looks so cool. I love the tones that we did today. And then for lips, we're going to finish it off and I wanted to show you the shade Blush in the Refi lip gloss. So this has a light pigment to it. I don't think I'm gonna put a lipstick down, but we will do a brown liner. I'm gonna use Fawn from Refi, which I've been really loving this combo with just a liner and the lip gloss shade. Not sure how it will go with this look though, so I'm gonna try it out first and just keep pressing my lips together till my liner blends itself. I'm sure there's a more precise way to do that. That's what I do though. Taking the shade Blush, I love these Refi glosses. I want them all. They are so pretty. I'm just going to apply this to the lips. This is the pinkest shade that they do. It's just super glossy, super pretty. I didn't go heavy on bronzer. I could contour my nose, but I'm not gonna bother. And I feel like you could definitely add some highlight to this look to really get it glowing. But then I feel like I'm gonna be more galaxy than pretty grunge. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this with like the glowy but more matte skin, no highlight, and really a blush focus. I love the color tied in with the eyes. I think it's so pretty. I think this honestly completes the look and I'm not gonna even bother setting my face today because I do want to see how this foundation wears. So I'm just gonna go off camera, get dressed, come back, and we're gonna complete this video. So I am back. This is my pretty grunge makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Using all the makeup that I purchased during the Sephora sale and my little mini reviews. So we're gonna blast through everything that I picked up and just my first impressions of everything. Love this dual-ended brush from Patrick Ta. You already knew, I already knew that I would love this. Then I did get the Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. And so far, so good. I am noticing though that Maverick, I feel like, continues to fall out. So I might actually have to do some sort of adhesive base before putting that shadow on. But I love the tones in this palette. This is my preference over the Xenon palette just because that one is more grayscale unless that's something that you like. I love the variety in here and I feel like if you have blue or green eyes, brown eyes, honestly, if you have eyes, this is gonna look good on your eyes. It's just so pretty to me. So I'm gonna continue to play around with that and see what other kind of looks that I will come up with, but I love the tones that we did today. I just had so much fun creating this look. Also for eyes, I've already used those eyelashes before. This mascara, I just wanted to dry out a little bit first before I comment on this fully because it is a little too wet for me right now. 100% this lash curler from Tweezerman. If you haven't purchased a new lash curler in a while, like me, I'm very guilty. This is actually curling my lashes as opposed to my other ones. Like, what a difference a new eyelash curler makes. And then for lips, I have the Refi lip glosses. I just showed you blush today, but I do have Fawn and I'm in love with these. I love the clear one. I love the tints that they did, and you can finally get these on Sephora. I think the only thing that I would actually pass on in this video is the LYS Brow Gel, but this has been getting such good reviews on Sephora, so I feel like if you do like more of a medium hold as opposed to one that's super flexible or a laminated look, this is kind of perfect in between, so I can see why so many people love it because of that. It's probably a good happy medium for a lot of people. However, I do prefer something with a little bit more stick for my brows so that they're not going in any direction. I don't want them to move at all when I use brow gel. So this one is personally a pass for me. This Killer liner from Too Faced, I'm going to let you know how it wears. My eyes are really watery right now though, so hopefully it's okay that I'm applying makeup. I'll let you know how that holds up in my waterline. I love the colors they do for the Killer liners, and this purple is really pretty and I think matched the tones so nicely. So happy that I had that. And then I revisited the Makeup by Cheryl, the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It's just lightly on my skin today. It's not overboard. I did more blush than bronzer, I'd say, today, but it blends in super nicely, especially if you like more of a radiant, glowy foundation, like this Dior one that I have right here. So this is the only thing I'm kind of unsure about. I'm gonna let you know how this wears on me. It's not perfect for me personally, but that's due to color, honestly. I did show you in the video how I just feel like this is more of a yellow olive than this one is more neutral, which is me. I am more of the 2WO shade. Love the concealer, still unsure about the foundation. I talked at length, I feel like, when I applied those, so I don't want to go on and on right now, but I will further update you on how that goes. And if you watch my Sephora haul updates, that is where the majority of the updates are going to be, just because I compile everything, use it for at least a month, and then I will update you on all the products that I hauled, and that will be the best place for you to see my final thoughts on everything. So that is everything for now for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this try new makeup of everything that I picked up from the Sephora sale haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this sale season. I know I didn't do as much shopping as I usually do, I feel. I only had the 2 orders, which you never saw my second one, but I will update you on that, on the little products that I picked up in the Sephora haul update, and you'll see them in Try New Makeups because I purchased them for trying new makeup. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you have not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and hopefully I will see you in my next one and I am better. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.